So my two panelists who lead us through the session are Samuel Eduard Pranata. He's the director of Tilaar Group. Samuel, are you here? So Samuel works with the Tilaar Group, the largest beauty company in Indonesia. He's worked in the company for more than 15 years. Started with business development division. His financial and marketing background helped him get appointed as Director of Corporate Communication, Social Responsibility and Policy Procedures. He's also an active member of the Indonesian Marketing Association. My second panelist on this session is Hita Supranajaya, who's the Director of Bukalapak. Hita, are you here? Can you please join us on stage? Hita has worked with different disciplines and different industries with roles ranging from sales, product and channel development, operations and network optimization from business unit groups to the corporate levels. Hita has held senior management positions in banking, information technology, telecommunications and e-commerce for brands like Hewlett Packard, Indosat, Lippo, and Bukalapak. He currently manages Bukalapak's commercial business as a director. So I'll hand over the stage to you both gentlemen. Who wants to go first? Do you have a presentation running or do you want to go? Okay, so why don't you go first and
Selamat siang Bapak-Bapak dan Ibu-Ibu semua. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Let me introduce myself. So my name is Hita, but then for short you can call me Anja. Right? So actually my presentation, I'm not going to talk about Bukalapak, which is the current company that I work in, but is it okay if I use English? Yeah, okay, fine. So where was I? Oh yeah, so I was introducing myself, right? So I'm not going to talk about Bukalapak, right? But I'm going to talk more about customer experience, and then some experience sharing in different companies, how I have built the multi-channel, two omni-channel customer experiences. All right. Okay. All right. Never mind. So I hope that everyone has a good lunch today. Right, and I hope you're not sleepy as well because I think the food is quite good. So I ate 3 times already. Indian food is always my favorite. Similar like Padang food, yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. So in the customer experiences, as far as I know and as far as I have endured in building customer experiences in various companies, it is never by default, right? It is never by accident that the customer experiences happen, but it's usually always by design. So I'm going to talk through later on in my next 50 slides, right? Oh, sorry, it was like only like 50 more slides, right? More on what is the evolution, right? What we know today and how is customer experiences impacting the profitability and the sales of the company itself, all right? Sorry. Okay, so I think what we see today, or maybe if we go back in the 1980s, I'm sure I was not born yet in the 1980s, right? But this is, so this is if we see that the current channels, and we might see in some industry that the current channel itself is still based on traditional. It depends on what products you're selling, or again, what strategy of marketing that you are implementing to the market, correct? Right, and then it started on to move on to e-commerce. I call this e-commerce because it started out in 1990s, where we started using email or IM instant messaging, right? And then after that, it has evolved in the 2000s to multi-channel, and then multi-channel is evolving to another feature called omnichannel, whereas we see the online business is staging up, right? This online channel itself comes from different kinds of platforms. We can see the e-commerce itself, and we can see as well, even we see Instagram that is being used for selling products, right? first what we thought is just to post selfies, right? That's what I know so far, right? But how, as it evolved, I even buy my casing for my MacBook. It's from Instagram. It's cheaper, by the way, in some cases, right? So just just would like to show you, right? It's a survey based on the 2018, right? That I think most of the CMOs, chief marketing officers, they are focusing more on customer experiences. Why is that so? So 67% of them, right, believe that in accelerating revenue growth, it is highly impacted from customer experience that is being built. How is that so? One is from channeling itself. What kind of multi-channels, what kind of omni-channels, and how are we implementing the customer experiences in all stages of the stakeholders, right? And third, what we're seeing as well, that the championing of the customer-centric to corporate, instead of we focusing on what products are we selling, right? We focus more on how is the customer willing to purchase our products, right? There's a two different thing, which is what I call, it's on multi-channel, multi-marketing, sorry, and then omni-channel marketing. I will show you later on, right? And focusing on customer-centric, right? And focusing on what kinds of platform and channeling that us as a leader would like to use for our companies. It comes from different kind of segments and platforms, and that is an investment. So next is a result of investments that I took from a research in the US, right? So if we see here that leaders that has performed customer experiences over the 10 years length, right, they are beginning to see returns, right, in the 5 years and 6 years and the 8 years and so on. And those returns impacted to a revenue growth is actually above the market. Right? What we see here, laggards means that customer experience, leaders that is experiencing or implementing late or delays in customer experiences, they tend to be outbeat by other competitors, right? It's actually 40% below the market growth, right? So that is why I want to talk about multi-channel marketing and omni-channel marketing. So here are maybe my way of putting this simply. If we see a multi-channel, right, it's like we are focusing on, let's say, if we're selling hygienic products. One, we go to LFR as a one channel. Second, we go to retail. Third, and then we go to online. So all these three, they may have different messagings, all right? For instance, like this, have you ever seen an ad in Kompas, right? For instance, like McDonald's promo. Every morning I read Kompas. It's usually always on breakfast, right? Meanwhile, I read Kompas at 12 o'clock noon. So it's no use, right? Because then the McDonald's has closed its breakfast shift from 11 o'clock, right? So if we see we're driving our car on the way to the office, we see a big billboard. Let's say like in the Chawang area, also McDonald's, Big Mac meal, blah, 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 blah. It's all on lunch menu. So that's what I meant by it's a multi-channel. Different messagings across different platforms, all right? So if we're talking about omni-channel marketing, right? We're talking about online, retail, and then across our messaging through the trade marketing has a seamless message across all, right? So what's the difference? The difference is that in multi-channel, we are putting the decision to the customer on how they want to engage with the brand itself. Meanwhile, if we're talking about omni-channel, it's a shift from multi-channel to omni-channel, in which that we're talking about the overall customer experiences that they get from all channels, across all messagings, all promos, actually seamless and the same. Right? So this is actually the evolution of multi-channel to from multi-channel to omni-channel. So which one is best? Actually, none is better than the other. Actually, it's a benefit for us if we can implement multi-channel and omni-channel at the same time, because each have a different functions and benefits to us all. Okay, so this is more like the evolution that if I see on the some research and then what I've experienced as well, I will show you some study cases from my experiences in the telecommunications industry or even the e-commerce industries. I'm seeing evolution as well, whereas one is how do we put our heads together with all the departments. Earlier today, I think Bututi, right, from Kalbe, I remembered her that IT is our best friend as well, right? So similar in the B2B market or even in the telco industry, IT people, tech people is always our best friend. Ops is always our best friend. Marketing is always our best friend. So who is not our best friend? None. Everyone is our best friend because that's the way you want to create integration of the GTM strategy, marketing strategy across all functions, having it aligned from the beginning because it's a lesser headache if you have things aligned from the beginning. Later on, then you find out then another functions have a different interest. Of course, each department have different KPIs, right? So this is my view on how we're starting this multi to omni-channel customer experiences. Right? When we create customer experiences, it's never simple, right? It's always full of headache, right? Because you want to get everyone's mindset in the same concept as you, right? So, and it is always an investment. It cannot be done immediately, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. Some may take 5 years, others may take 10 years. It depends on what business that you're in and how far, how wide is your coverage. Right, so what I will start first is actually I assess in order for the current business to transform, right? One from traditional, and then second you move on to different kind of channels, and then you build upon those channels. How do you expand and extend to another platform, right? So we start first with what is the business environment is like, right? Because then this will determine what channel that you will be entering in. And your finance, your operation as well, and what is your cultural values right now, right? Like in Bukalapak itself, we believe in speak up, extra mile, and then customer obsessed, but we also believe in gotong royong. So gotong royong is that even though you're in different functions, that you're actually meeting the same functions for the corporate as any other functions with the same KPIs. That's how we operate. And then last but not least, after you do all the assessments from the business planning, tactical, and then you need to create a leadership team or a team who will lead and drive and monitor the changes that you will have to implement to meet your objectives. So who are the stakeholders? So far that I'm seeing right now, it's the product team, because then you need to create innovation. What products is required by your customer or in favor of your customer. Second of all is the marketing team itself, right? Of course, the marketing are those people with, I say, the most amount of budgets, right? So you need to get close to them. And then their strategy as well also determines where your product is going. Like what I was saying before, they're actually the lead for multi-channel to the omnichannel marketing channels. Right? And then the sales, of course, they're the one who will deliver the messages. It's a first call resolution team, and then how you can extract more sales, right? If we're talking about like telco industry, it's always about gross ad. Gross ad means more subscribers, you will get more revenue. But then if you know that the telco now, or we see it is not a necessity anymore, correct? It's actually a lifestyle. Why telco industry, right? Like mobile phone that we have right now is a lifestyle, right? It's because every time, maybe like for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I see a lot of people is always looking at their handphone. Right? Either a call coming up or an important message, or sometimes just fidgeting your fingers. Right? And then every time you need it as well for payments, as the payment media or fintech is evolving, you needed to shop for your sons or daughter while you're on a break. So, and then after that, you need to shop as well. Has anyone ever shopped in Happy Fresh? So, for instance, Happy Fresh, I shop for Happy Fresh every week. I don't need to go anymore to a convenience store, to a supermarket, and do it right from your home. Or I can do it just while I wait for my daughters to have less or extracurricular activities. Very simple. So that's why I say telco itself is a lifestyle. So how do we stick to lifestyle? By providing customer experience for them to not churn. And I will talk more about that later on. Of course, the tech engineers, they need to be able to meet the consumer's lifestyle, the consumer's necessities by tech acceleration, means how you can grab those connected customers, right, to have an impact towards other people as well and your business by how? A lot of marketing tools, such as, for instance, words of mouth, customer references. That's why you see a lot of programs. It's very interconnecting from one people to another by loyalty reward program, for instance. So this is actually part of the marketing activities. And of course, last but not least, is actually our customer support. Okay, I'm going to talk more about my experiences in the next two topics, right? So this is actually I was in telco or Indosat Ooredoo back in 2015, right? And in Indosat Ooredoo, my role was as a VP for all the gerai or branches, right? That I have a goal, and what I remembered as well, my business goal is not just on increasing revenue, just like any other sales, right? But I'm also handling operations, infrastructures, audit, compliance, finance, and all the policies that entails the retail operations. So it was a very tough job for me because then I have a big task is how do I shift from service-centric to sales-centric, but without leaving the elements of the service itself. So one of the idea was to create stickiness through customer experiences. So here are my 5 goals before. One of it is, sorry, last but not least, Foce. Maybe anyone is not familiar with Foce. So Foce is a voice of customer experience. We're being rated on it. NPS is Net Promoter Score. So how do we bring up this voice of customer experience to 90% and NPS to 70%? It is actually a more or less similar platform. Okay, first I started out with human capital, right? So the next 2 slides on this is how do I revamp all those elements and from which point that I started with. In my slide before, I was talking about assessment and then the business planning, tactical, and the team who will drive and manage this. And in alignment with all the different functions, that has related to be with the stakeholders in the changes, such as marketing, sales, tech engineers, even the customer support itself. So everyone plays a different role, right? So we see that the human capital itself, we need to do a lot of revamp. Maybe if you remember, if anyone uses Indosat numbers, right? It's we had a major change in terms of the branding itself, and then in terms how do we interact with customers, even of how it looks, even our gerai or our branch, which is more to an old school, right? But now it's more to a digitalized customer service. So this, I defined a couple of training sets, right, for this team, right? And it was not an easy one because then we need to make a lot of changes and a lot of plans and monitoring throughout 1 year. As I said before, when we're talking about customer experience, it is never like 6 months or 1 year down the line. And I think right now it's still ongoing, right? And second of all is system integration. When I joined Indosat, I was faced with 13 different platforms just to manage customer, including there's a system called platform called just specific BPM to manage BlackBerry Messenger users, right? And then there's another platform as well for you to queue. There's another platform as well for you want to change your SIM card, for instance, from 3G to 4G. And then there's another system as well to handle customer inquiry. You know, if you can imagine how the team is so frustrated, right? Because then this will impact to the waiting time for the customers itself. If it's impacting to the waiting time, how will it impact to customer, right? Of course, that's the customer experience, right? And then how do we make this seamless? So a lot of improvements were made, right? One of them is a system integration, right? From 13 to only 5 system platforms. So this way all the systems is interconnected. And then even for the partner stores, we had Era Jaya as part of our partner stores, and we had a business called joint ventures with them. So we have to see as well, I mean, we are leveraging their chain stores in order to sell Indosat products, not just the SIM card, but also the bundling products with handphone. So this, we are required as well on how do you make an integrated system so that we can deal by real-time capturing the sales performance or even the change card as well. So this was done through another platform called My Retail. It's an API platform, by the way. And then, as you know, we see like we see a lot of queues, right, just to handle inquiries or complaints, right? So what we did was that we need to approach the customer and then to have them have their change card immediately, because change card in any telco industry or telco companies, it is actually has the highest volume. Back in Indosat, I think it was around 70%. So people come into Gerai with 70% volume just to change card, not to sell or not to purchase a product, right? So this is why the average time before was 1 hour. Now it decreased to 5 minutes, right? So if you want to change card, you can be served immediately without having to queue. Right? Okay, of course there are product innovations for us to cross-sell and upsell, and then the call center support has to mirror with whatever we train the Gerai team or the frontliners team. We need also to train the back-end team. So this has similar vision and mission towards the strategy. Second of all, my task was how to increase the retail touch point. You see, this is also part of the multi-channel and omni-channel I was talking about. Still, this industry is also using retail touch point. So how do we do this? So I work as well with my partners, right? This partner is actually maybe, you know, like Lintas Semesta or Era chain stores, right? Sorry, Era stores, right? They have a lot of chain stores. So we work with them. I developed a system called the franchising model. So this franchising model, because it was quite tough actually on the working capital to set up new infrastructure, especially for another 50 stores. So in order to do this, I set up a franchise business model in which the look and feel is still the same as if you are in an original Indosat store or Indosat Gerai store. One of them, maybe if you go to Kokas, it's on the third floor, that's actually part of the franchise stores. You don't see any difference. Meanwhile, it is being invested, there is an investor for that store, which is individuals like us. So this is part of the business that we set up a retail chain store. In 1 year, it was, I think, around 50 stores were set up, including Surabaya, Lumajang, Nganjuk, the Surabaya areas, sorry, the East Java areas. And we're talking about customer experience as well. We also want to make the customers, they feel comfortable while waiting to get their inquiries to be acted upon, right, to get executed. So as well, in the same time, we created a lot of digital apps for them to browse for music. We work as well together with Spotify, where we work as well with other accessories brand distributors, so that we create points for the customers also to purchase directly. So all this is in regards to customer experience. And I was trying also to implement an online store where as you can purchase your SIM card and mobile products directly from your home, from your office, and get delivered to your home, right? And actually, this is actually part of my learning curve. This online store actually did not work. It was only able for, I think, around 1.5 months, right, that I was able to keep up with to maintain the online store. Why it doesn't work? It's because one, our customers still relies on face-to-face meeting, especially when you want to purchase a product, right? In here, we're talking about SIM card, not the handphone. Why SIM card is still, it's required to meet face-to-face? Because SIM card right now, since it has value-added products such as FAST, the value-added services, the contents, the data programs, and the types of program cicilan or installments, this is required still to be met face-to-face. That's why the online platform for us didn't work. I think it was around, we tried to maintain this 1.5 years to 2 years. Second of all, we didn't have the infrastructure properly set up. Why is that so? I think no one currently is a real expert in the e-commerce business, right? Why is that? Because e-commerce in Indonesia was like around 10 years, right? And then it's different when we see like the banking industry or pharmaceutical industry, whereas it has been for ages, right? And people has more learning curve. And here, we didn't have the correct infrastructure to build a sustainable online store, right? So I think, and we didn't also have the correct tech engineers. So this is actually one of the setbacks, right? I mean, we learned from this. It actually didn't work for online. So what we did was that we might as well sell pulsa through other e-commerce stores and even the handphone and bundling itself. So we have it running by someone else. Instead, we built our own online store. Okay. So I think second of all is on the B2B commerce, my experiences. So I've been in 2 B2B commerce. One was from Lipo Digital Business, and then the second one right now in Bukalapak, right? So still in Bukalapak, I'm managing the enterprise business. So what is the target from shareholders is always one is on the GMV, second is always on profitability. And then, but then this will not, okay, when we're talking about enterprise business, it's not a business where it's transactional. It's a business of relationships. The business, the way we engage with the enterprise business still requires a dedicated person to manage the account. Because unlike transacting individually, transacting B2B e-commerce in the enterprise business is about change management. Why? Is because a lot of B2B companies right now, they have their own platform, right? They have their own system. They use SAP. Maybe some pharmaceutical companies use a platform called EPPB, right? Some already use Coupa, right? So this is about changes. Instead of having double platform, right? They still use their current platform to transact. So it's like don't waste the effort of using a different platform for sourcing or procurement. So actually this is about change management. So then for us being able to have the added value or the value proposition to these companies is actually how do we build innovation for them, right? So what we built is actually the e-procurement solution. So end-to-end being as a vendor consolidator instead of the B2B companies having to call different kinds of vendors, like 100 vendors or 2,000 vendors. Meanwhile, if you go direct to this e-procurement solution, you only have to manage one platform only, right? To interact and sourcing with your products, right? So then you will have also access vendors from nationwide or even from other companies. So actually that was the goal. So that where customer experience comes in. what is the most impacting B2B business on the customer experience? One is on the pricing. Second of all is the product assortment. How many product assortments do you have available for our companies and for other companies as well? Third is the category. For instance, do you sell pulsa, or do you sell, or can we pay listrik or electricity to you? Or maybe can we buy car from you, or rent a car, or even other contractual products? So this is actually what I call as product category expansion, because not all has this kind of features. And the most important one is is managing expectation. It's about SLA, right? Okay. So a lot of changes that I did was that first of all, it always starts with human capital. Why is human capital important? Because they're the one who's going to execute and having the same vision and mission as us towards the sustaining of customers, making sure that they don't churn. By how? By again providing a certain level of customer experience. Right? We don't want when a customer inquires something, right, a certain product, and then we say, oh, sorry, we don't sell this. Oh, sorry, we don't have that. That's already a bad impact to customer experiences. Second of all, we're talking about pricing. I think your pricing is too high against the market. That's also a setback to customer experience. Well, if we're seeing the platform directly, any online platform, is how do you integrate shopping experiences from when you start your request for quotation to quotation until PO and until delivery. A lot of customers, they want to see this end-to-end. How can this replace other from manual or conventional work, like you have a pile of POs you have to sign. Meanwhile, in here is a seamless process. But then again, all this needs to be justified and has due diligence and auditable, right? Okay. The last one is on the seller expansion, right? Why I call this, why seller expansion is about customer experiences. I have a customer, they're from Surabaya, right? They want to buy A4 paper, which is available in Semarang. It's called Sinar Dunia, Sidu. So, since my platform also sells Sinar Dunia, A4 paper, 80 grams, but then I only have a seller only in Semarang as a big distributor. I don't have a seller which is actually located in Surabaya, Mojokerto, or Sidoarjo, except a retail store. So thus, the customer, they want to buy one rim. So the cost is around 37,000 rupiah. So since it's a retail platform, since it's a marketplace platform, right? Whatever they buy, right? And so part of the program was for me to cover the courier cost. Do you know how much the cost to ship just one rim paper to Surabaya from Semarang? It's 40,000 for one rim, right? And this creates an SLA of 4 days. So this is a customer experience impact, right? So, but if I have a seller in Surabaya who can sell at the same price by me giving volumes of business to them, don't I get more discounts, right? Don't I get to ship earlier, maybe just 1 day SLA or 3 days SLA? Sorry, 3 hours SLA just for a one rim of paper, or even 1,000 rim, since we're talking about enterprise business, right? So this is what I was talking about on the geographic expansion. Right? Whereas you get close to your customers, wherever your customer is located. Located in Papua, yes. I have a customer located in Papua. Do I have seller there? Yes, I have seller now there. Right? Maybe not as many as Java, in Java area, but I have a seller for all my category of products. Also, this creates a shorter lead time for customer to get their product in their site. Right, so SLA to buyer, right? This is as I was talking about as well. We need. What I did was that I also rationalized the service level agreement for me to ship the products. So the service level agreements is based on the area instead of generic. On 4 days, so shipment to Papua 4 days, shipments to Maluku 4 days, shipments to Medan also 4 days. Now, for me at that time, it doesn't make sense. Why? Because it all started from what is the origin of the product and where you're going to ship the product to. So this is very interrelated with where is your seller located. So this as well brings to an impact for me, right? From all the revamp and results is I brought the SLA to 2 days. Because then I have more sellers where my customer is located. The lead time is shorter, the product gets there earlier, and the product assortment is highly more available. Okay, so yeah, I'm sorry the text kind of like slanted a bit, right? I think it's because of the software, right? So for me, the 5 key factors in a customer experience is one, it's about convenience. I think conveniency is not a benefit anymore for customers, right? But conveniency is a brand principle, it's a central principle of the customer experience. We're talking about consistency. Consistency is like 2 sides of a coin, right? It's like when you have provided consistency to a customer, and then the customer, they trust your products, they trust your brand. But then when we fail them one time, right, this can create not a so trustworthy, right? That's how customers feel usually. So that's why consistency is very much part of the essence, right? Whatever we implement, we need to see it through. Relevance is what kind of products and services that's actually relevant to the customer itself. As I was saying before, I was talking about my experience in Indosat Uridu. It's talking about the, I mean, it's more like I make a product, bundling product or smartphone products, but is it relevant or not for the customers? Let's say you sell maybe the flagship of Samsung, right? But then you don't sell it to a relevant channel. You sell it to a small booth. Do you think customer will buy? No. Because then, okay, fine, but if you go down a bit and then you use like a low price band smartphones, and then with very attractive installment products, I think it's more attractive for the customers. So this is about relevancy. Right? Empowerment. So I think as far as we are proactive, we're also providing first call resolution to the customer. I think by right we're giving the empowerment as well to stick with us, right? Because I think that the cross-sell and upselling, right, it happens 60-70% from our existing customers, right? And the agility is maybe I said a little bit about tech, right? About tech engineers, right? So the tech engineers acceleration means that it shows that the how is our brand is more agile to the market changes or to the customer buyer shift, right? So customer behavior shift, right? It all impacts on how they respond from the technology perspective. So okay, so I think this is just a key takeaways, right? From my deck. This is actually my last deck. I don't have a 50 slide as I was saying before. So one is I think that customer experience in whatever industries that you are in, it is always the next big thing that you wanna take your goals and target upon to. And second of all, I think if companies that have not implemented customer experience might want to review or take a look at their goal and strategy, which is at the end of the day is not all about revenues and profitability, but also in how do we create loyal customers through customer experiences. And third is setting the coherent and aligned strategy between all departments that is related to customer experiences, because at the end of the day, we have to work as a team, right, in order to create a consistent and valuable customer experience. So I think those are the key takeaways from my deck. Welcome you all if you would like to have any questions, and sorry for any inconveniences. Thank you.
To Samuel, let's hear his comments and then we'll come back to the question answers together.
Good morning, everyone. Selamat siang. Since there's a mixed delegate or mixed attendees, is it okay for you if I deliver my speech in mixed languages also? For sure, there's Indonesia and English, no Indian. Yeah, okay. Okay, this is me. Yes, I'm Eduard Pranata, currently working at Tilaar Group. Does anyone have heard about Tilaar Group? Yeah, probably some of you haven't heard about the group. The group actually is the integrated beauty company in Indonesia. Yeah, it's considered most integrated beauty company in Indonesia. Okay. I think everybody has already looked at their online banking. Is that right? It's a payday. It's payday, yeah? It's payday period. I think on the 25th to 30th is the payday. So make sure you have your cash in your banking because it's time to go shopping. Yeah, I think everybody, if hear about shopping, they get thrilled. Yeah, especially for women. Is it right? Shopping, it's shop until you get. Yeah, so make sure you open Bukalapak. There are many product offer, so you can buy some of the product that you want to buy from Bukalapak. Okay, so channel is about evolution. The same like as Pak said, that is talking about evolution. Yeah. First, we know that we want to purchase something from the earlier states. We are going to the traditional market. Yeah, if you look, we just go to a wet market, we buy the product. Even we don't have to buy the product with money. Sometimes we only exchange with other product. That one is called traditional market. So 10 to 20 years later, what we see is many supermarket, many mini market, many malls. You can see there are many modern outlets in Indonesia right now. Yeah, so the people from the wet market feel more comfortable if they go to the modern channel because it's clean, it's cleaner, it's more comfortable, it's more convenient. You can see from the picture, even they can sleep on the modern outlet because the aircon is very cold. But in this hotel, it's very cold for me. Yeah. So this is the new channel. Yeah, actually, the retail started in 1800. Yeah, with the traditional market. they exchange the product without money, they just pay with other product. So 10 to 20 years later, they have like a small shop, traditional shop, pop and mom stores. And probably in the early 90s, the mall, the modern outlet has came to in the retail business, and in early 2000, since they have internet access, since they have infrastructure more properly, so everything go to online. So they don't buy only in the modern market or the traditional market anymore, but they try to buy from the online. So is digital killing everybody? So the CEO of Accenture said that digital is the main reason that over half of the companies on the Fortune 500 have disappeared since the year 2000. Wow. Everybody is crazy about online. Everybody is worried about online. Is it right? You think online will kill the traditional business, the conventional business? Okay. So basically, the flow of the business, sales transaction is coming from the salesperson, go to the retail operation, the shop, and the retail operation sell the goods in the department store, in the mall, in the supermarket, and customer buy from the retail or the shop. Right now, with the digital, with the mobile application, so customer don't have to go to the mall, don't have to go to the modern market. They just use their mobile, they just use their desktop, PC, they can buy from online. So this sequence from retail, so from salesman go to the retail operation, they need to display all the product in a modern outlet or in a shop on the shelving. Don't have anymore because everybody just go online. It's worried, but is it true like that in the real world? Okay. So shop online. Digital channel will cannibalize the physical channel. No. The answer is no. Why? Because it's a complement each other. Sometimes they want to buy the product through online, but some people still want to see the product itself in the shop. They want to feel, they want to touch, they want to sense the product. So online and offline becomes like complement each other. So online shop right now is not cannibalizing the traditional market. I have a survey from Nielsen. Still 80% of the buyer still prefer to buy in the physical store. But 75% buyer, before they buy the product in the physical store, they want to search first through online. So it's like a combination between online and offline. Sometimes they will to search or they will to research what kind of product that I want to buy. But when they have already chose the product, sometimes they want to see the the real product that sell in the physical store or in the conventional market. Okay, this is changing path to purchase. A long time ago or several years ago, people or buyers just see from the mass media, from television, they buy to shop, they go to the shop to buy the product that they saw from the television. But right now, since the internet came to this world, there are many sources that they can get the information of the product from internet, from radio, from the Instagram, social media, the social media platform. And after that, they buy the product. Yeah. In the time, it's only TV. The media probably is only one or two media, radio, probably newspaper, television. But right now, many information get from many resources. Yeah. So basically, what we call is like zero moment of truth. Yeah. So the shopper, basically, they want to find first the product that they want from the internet. Yeah, sometimes they don't have any time to go to the market and find the product that they want, but they want to see first on the online because it's easier for them. They just open their mobile, they find the product that they want to see, and after that they go to the market. And actually, why we set that zero moment of truth? After they buy the product, usually they also want to share. Yeah, I have already buy this product and the product is good. Usually they just use the product, they share through their social media and upload it. So everybody can see the product that they have already bought. So what the company need to do? Yeah, the company also need to equip the salesperson or the frontliner with the digital platform. Yeah, like this one. The sales, remember when I presented the flow of the sales, yeah, from the sales, retail, and to the retail operation, and to the mall, to the department store. Yeah, sometimes if they don't get enough equipment to give the information to the buyers, sometimes they can also lose the customer. So the company need to equip the sales force, the salesperson in the field, with also the technology. So the technology can help the company, or the technology can help our sales team to get more data, to get more what we call the analysis, to analyze the customer that visit the shop. Yeah, with the mobile. I think many vendor right now they can provide the mobile application for the sales force. They can see what kind of program, what kind of promotion, what kind of customer behavior. So every sales force need to be equipped with the proper technology that can get the customer information more quickly. Yeah, they can see, oh, this is our loyal customer, oh, this is the customer need, oh, this is the promotion that I need to offer to the customer. Yeah, so we need to equip with our technology to our sales force and the sales team. The same like the retail operation. The retail operation need also to equip with the high-tech technology. Yeah, so they can see all the, I'd say the customer visit, today promo, product offering. store briefing. So they don't have to the manual book anymore right now, but they can see from the mobile application. Yeah, like this one. I also get this material from Nielsen. Yeah, there's innovative digital retail. Yeah, because probably most of the retailer or most of the mall in Indonesia, they get also impacted by the online platform. But since they believe offline can still exist in this competitive era, but they need to also equip with the technology. So the customer just download the application. If they want to go to the mall, they just can reserve the parking spot. They can reserve when they want to go to the restaurant. Yeah, with only one mobile application. Yeah, it's very unique. Yeah, they can use the online technology. They can use the mobile application, but the buyer can still go to the offline store with this or the buyer can still keep going to the mall because they have that kind of application. So the people who want to go to the mall, they can reserve the parking, they can book the restaurant, yeah, they can book the menu. Yeah, probably in the application they can also get personal offering like a discount, promotion, and also they can pay with their mobile phone. Yeah. So it's the same like this one. Since this morning, I think Rajesh presented about AI, artificial intelligence. So everybody, I think in this room, if you have a customer right now, it's the time to go to the personalized retail era. Yeah, why I said the personalized retail era is like this. Everybody, if want to get more information about the customer, usually they need to go to their character, what kind of hobby they have, what kind of product usually they buy. Yeah, but how we can get all the information that we need to have is, I think, is from your mobile. Yeah, I think everybody in this room has like a social media like a Facebook or Instagram, or probably you always open like at the tik.com, kompas.com. Yeah, so please be careful with this technology. This technology can trace you. What kind of Instagram that you usually open? It's about fashion, about car, about sport. So the technology can trace. Oh, okay, this one, this person or this customer hobby has a sport hobby. This customer always open fashion or lifestyle platform, or probably this customer like to buy cosmetic, always searching for the cosmetic product. So with the technology, with AI, they can get the information from our mobile. So please be careful with your mobile. When you open something fishy, they can track you. Okay, this one I need to give over this kind of product. Yeah, like me, if I like sport, so usually I get offer from sport shop. Okay, I get promotion like 20% discount if you buy this kind of sport equipment. Yeah, so we need to get more data. We need to get more information about the customer that we want to target it. Yeah, because it's right now is the technological era. So we still need to have a technology to help the company get more information about the customer. Yeah. So again, like Pak Haji said, Omnichannel is a new wave retail channel right now. Yeah. Online and offline need to be combination. Yeah, we cannot just I just want to buy to online, but sometimes they want to find the product through online, but sometimes they want to get the product itself. They want to try the product itself in the physical store. So it's offline and online is becoming complement each other. Like this one, there's a quote: "Whoever said money cannot buy happiness simply didn't know where to shop." Yeah, with this omnichannel, they can shop everywhere, every time. Yeah, if let's say the shop or the mall close at 10 p.m. but online shop be open 24 hours. They can shopping at the 12 midnight. They can shopping in the 4 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, they can still shopping, or they can still order from online and tomorrow they get the product delivered in their home. Or probably they just find first and tomorrow morning they can go to the mall and find the product. Okay, so this is the omni-channel way. So there are like a 5S. Yeah, first, the buyer or the customer want to search what kind of product, because there are many products that offered by the principal, offered by the company. So first, they want to search even through YouTube, social media, or Instagram, or other social media, or other website platform. Yeah, they want to search first through online. The second one, they want to sort. Yeah, sometimes people see, okay, there are many products in the market, so they want to select first. Sometimes after they select, they want to see, okay, is there any promotion? Is there any discount? Yeah, they sort by the promotion item. They sort by the probably by the rating, whether by the review from somebody else. Yeah, that one is the third step, where they see the product, whether the product is good or no, based on the rating that they have seen from the other customer. Yeah, the fourth one, okay, after they get rating from, or after they read the review from the from other customer, it's time to buy, it's time to shop. And the last thing, they share. That one we call Omni. Yeah, they search from online, they sort the product selection, product assortment, they see the rating, whether it's good or not. Yeah, how many stars they have, how many comment they have, is positive or negative. After they believe with the comment, with the rating, so they start to buy. After they buy, they start to share or to upload to their social media. This is what we are doing in Marta Tilaar. Yeah. First of all, they're looking, they search what kind of updated product that we have. Sometimes they see from YouTube. Yeah. This one actually there's a video, but there's no time yet. After they search, they sort and select. Yeah. Because in Marta Tilaar there are many products, there are many colors. So they need to select. Okay, this one is the product. They have already searched, yeah. Okay, I want to buy the lipstick, or I want to buy a lip tint. But there are many also lipstick. There are many color of lip tint. So they need to sort. They need to select first. Okay, this one is good for me. This color is too strong or too old for me. So they need to select first. Yeah. Okay. After they sort and select, usually they see the price, whether there's a discount or there's a promotion. After see the price, after see the promotion, they also see the rating, the review of the other customer. Okay, if the customer give good response or good positive response or give 5 stars, they become more confident to buy the product. Yeah, and they start to shop. This one is the omnichannel things. Whether they want to buy the shop through online, so they can buy and pay through online, or they sometimes they want to choose like this one. They want to find the store. Is there any physical store for this product? I want to see first the product before I buy. Even though they have already see the review, they have already read the comment, but they still want to see the physical store, the physical product. So they find the store, whether the company have a physical store or not. They find store, and let's say they choose Grand Indonesia, probably the most or the nearer shop from their home. So they go to our shop, they buy and they feel, they touch the product, and after that, if they like, usually they give good response or positive comment through their social media. So this is the last presentation. Actually, is to summarize the omnichannel way. So there are 5 S. Yeah. First, we need to search for the product that we want to buy. Second, we need to sort, because too many products, sometimes we get blank. What kind of product I need to buy? So we need to sort, we need to select. Usually people see, is there any discount? Is there any promotion? Yeah. After that, they see the rating, the review, the comment, whether the product is good or not. Is up to the buyer, because sometimes they feel more comfortable, they feel more confidence with if the rating good. After that, they can go directly buy the product online, or they can buy the product through the physical store. But sometimes the omnichannel, they can buy the product online, but they can pick and collect the product from the nearest shop. Yeah, like Bukalapak or your experience said that probably they live in Sumatra. Yeah, if we send the product from Jakarta Sumatra, probably take 2 or 3 days. But if they see, let's say in Sumatra, we have a shop, so they can buy the product in our branch in Sumatra. So it's easier for them. because it's probably is only one day, or it can only less than one day they can get the product. So this is the good thing about the omnichannel. They can still buy online, but they can collect the product from their hometown. So they don't have to wait until probably 2 or 3 days. Yeah. Okay. And the last thing, usually they if they like the product, or probably they don't like, they can share also. They can upload, oh, this product is not good. This product is too expensive. This product is not suitable for me because it's too dry or too dark the color. So they can upload and they can share through their social media. So it's like a new wave of retail business is omnichannel. Yeah, from online and offline, we need to have a combination between that platform. Okay, thank you. That's my end presentation. Hopefully it's useful for you all. Thank you.
Thank you. That was very, very informative. And it was practically a masterclass on managing customer experience. Any questions? We have time for one quick one. We're running away with it. Omar, I'll come back to you.
Thank you. My name is Budi, sir. I'm from Synchro Olympic. My first question is Mr. Hita. Talking about Bukalapak, we know that Bukalapak is always expanding every year. You're talking about targets in the slide. Are there any specific targets for kind of customers or products that you are focusing on for the next few years? And then my second question for Mr. Samuel, talking about Mata Tilaar products. You're talking about online and offline to sell the products. For your products, we are talking about the price. Is it the same if you sell the products through online or through offline? Because most of the customers think it's better to buy online because they can get a better price, cheaper price. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so I think over the next couple of years ahead, what we're doing right now is actually remains the same with our vision, is how we're accelerating UMKM or SMEs direct to producers, direct to consumers, be it the B2C consumers, C2C consumers, or the B2B consumers themselves. So it's as a platform, we are making product features in order how to accelerate this scheme from producers or manufacturers directly to the end users. Second of all, as a aggregator or a platform itself, be it marketplace or a quasi-retail platform, is how do we make the buyers or our users are more convenient. So it's more like features that we are developing and evolving. Like for instance, maybe you heard about Bukalapak is being chosen by the Menteri Keuangan, Financial Minister, as a payment media. So part of it as well is that we are now directly connected to the government to pay to pay pajak through Bukapajak. We first started out piloting in Pemprov Jabar, and now we just recently launched for DKI Jakarta. So I think it's not a question of products, right? But it's more of a question of technologies. Of course, that everyone, either SME, UMKM, or even this individual's customer, they can actually make themselves sellable through marketplace, be it Bukalapak or any other brand. So I think that's the. I hope that answers your question, sir.
Yeah. Makasih Pak Budi. Jadi saya bahasa Indonesia aja Pak ya. Sebenarnya price di sini sama. Ya, our retail price is the same like online price. Ya, the difference sometimes online seperti Bukalapak, sometimes they have a program like apa mungkin atau Harbolnas ya Pak ya, Harbolnas atau anniversary itu sometimes they ask the principal or the company, okay, just give us support to celebrate their anniversary. Sometimes they ask us to give more discount. So basically our price is the same, but if there's a program or promotion from the online or e-commerce site, so sometimes we give more discount to the online. Basically it's the same. It's the same like the conventional also, but sometimes if we work together, let's say with Carrefour or with Alfamart, they also have a program, what we say like Jumat Sabtu Minggu. Nah, Jumat Sabtu Minggu, sometimes they ask us, they ask the company to give more discount to their customer. So we give the promotion through that only that day, but except that Jumat Sabtu Minggu, we still give the same price as we sell in the retail price, in the retail shop. That's it.
Hi, terima kasih Shasna. Okay. Got a couple of questions very quickly, please. First one, Mr. Hita, how do you see the environmental effect in your company? I've seen online you've got some cardboard packaging. There's a lot of talk in the Western world about the environmental impact. Is there anything that you're looking at to reduce the carbon footprint as an e-commerce company? And also, how have you found increasing as a unicorn from, I guess, 10 people to nearly 3,000? The sort of organizational issues that you had to face in terms of management. And also to Mr. Martha, thanks for the historical information, but where do you see the future channels taking us? Especially with Generation Z coming in, that will be making money in 10 years' time. I'll give you an example, and sorry, I don't mean to be direct, sometimes it's my style, so it's not my intent to be direct, but I do apologize if you take it that way. But my 3-year-old niece in the Western world, okay, we're in Asia, but I'm just using an example. I wanted to take her to the mall like a few weeks ago, right? And she just said, "Uncle, what are you doing? Are you crazy? I'm not going to go to the mall with you. That's not cool." She's 3 years old, right? She's like, "Okay, take me to the park and we'll have fun and whatever you want." And I'm like, no, I want to buy you some shoes, or I want to buy you a dress. She's like, "Here's my avatar. Give me your credit card, yeah? Pay for it, and I'll probably get it before we get back from the park." So, how do you see that channel developing? First one.
Yes. I apologize. I didn't get your second questions. The first one was about on the environmental impact on the carbon filters, right?
Yeah, and the second one was being a unicorn. Going from 10, 20 people to nearly 3,000. The organizational challenges you faced with that.
Okay.
If it's
Right,
I'm taking up too much time, we can have a coffee outside.
No, it's okay. Okay, so I think I'll answer your first questions. So on the first questions on the environmental impact, actually we have yet to be at that level, where we as a marketplace be looking over the environmental impact itself, because the way that our business works is that when we are actually an aggregator, right? So unless that someone is actually providing for instance, like a foundation or a yayasan, we call it here in Indonesia, it's called a yayasan, which acts upon to create corporate governance, CSR, right? Yes, we are currently that we are accommodating that, right? For instance, like the governments, as I was saying before, they want to increase the level of acceleration from producers to direct consumer. Yes, we're actually catering that through our technologies, such as, you know, like Buka Mall. Yeah, we have all our products is called Buka, right? Yeah, it has not yet come to a stage where it's called Buka Bukaan, right? But it's like Buka Mall itself is like an official brand stores, right? That even a distributor, a small scale or medium scale or large scale, that they are a distributor of a certain brand, they can actually sell through Buka Mall. It's an official store page. Another thing is that we have done for the community, for instance, to how do you say it? Menyalurkan is like you distribute, yeah, the funding being collected by the society direct to children who have problems financially with education, right? Or even we have also we were appointed as well to be a fund collection from masyarakat or society whenever there is a disaster, natural disaster. So such things that we are looking over, not specific on the environment, but also on how it impacts to society, right? I think your intent as well is to what is our CSR, right? And then a second one is about how do we manage our organizations, is that?
I think the second one is a personal question you can take care of.
Yeah, okay.
Not allowed to ask you. We'll talk about that outside.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay, so I think we have time. Yeah, I would love to answer that as well, but I think the limited time is it. So I think I can take it off.
Thank you.
I think the one which was raised at you was pertinent that, you know, while we're trying to do the hybrid model, online, offline, both, what he was trying to point was the younger generations will probably push more towards online. How do you see that impacting? Was that a question?
Yeah, that one is a good question. Yeah, actually, in Indonesia, especially in Indonesia, like we have sociala.com. Yeah, they have an online platform, but right now they open their physical store. I think for the lifestyle business like cosmetic or even Amazon, they also have Amazon is online, but right now they also open their offline or physical store in different areas. I think the future they still online is still growing, yeah, but sometimes they need to get experience, shopping experience. Sometimes they need to they want to feel and they want to touch the product. They want to get more experience if they can go to the store, the physical store. So I think still for the future, even your niece probably right now I just want to play and I just want to buy. But in the future, I'm sure that the physical store or the offline store still give big opportunity for us, as long as we can give them more experience. How they want to play in the store, how they can use the product, how they can try the product. I think we need to give them more emotional treatment or give them more experience. Like Nike store, everybody can buy from online. But if the shoes, if they want to try the shoes and they want to use the shoes for the play basketball, the Nike store give like a small basketball field in the shop, so they can get experience with the shoes and play basketball in the physical store. So I think still promising the offline shop for the future. Yeah, thank you.
So much, Hita and Samuel. They're available around for some time. Please feel free to shoot any questions at them on one-to-one basis. Thank you. It was a pleasure having you here today.